I'm outside at my apartment because my brother is staying with me and he's taking his college class right now. But I am going to participate in the readathon called Summerween. And this is the vlog for that. This readathon is hosted by Gabby Reads and Olivia Readsalatte. And it's just, a little bit of Halloween in the summer. And you can read mysteries and thrillers and horrors and stuff. And it's a week long. It goes from the 24th through whatever the end of the week is. And there are prompts, but I'm not really going to be participating in a lot of the prompts because I have I have certain books that I already had or that I have holds on that I'm going to read. So, the first book that I'm going to read, one of the books I'm going to read is The Night Swim by Megan Golden. This is a thriller and it has something to do with a true crime podcast and she solves mysteries or something. I don't really know that much about it, but I am going to be reading it. And then I'm also going to be reading Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I'm very, very excited for this because I read Sharp Objects earlier this year and loved it. It was the best book I've read this year, and so I'm excited to get into this one. And then the last book that I'm going to try to read this week is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. But I'm going to listen to it on audiobook, so I can listen to it in the car or while I'm doing stuff around my house. I'm also this is gonna be some vlogs too. I'm gonna show you my life a little bit, I guess, because those are my favorite kinds of reading vlogs to watch. And my little brother is staying with me this week. And the prompts are read a book in the dark, read a book that the host recommend, read a paranormal / supernatural book, read a book about a haunted house, and there's one more. Read a book with a scary cover. And so The Turn of the Key, I think, actually completes 2 of the prompts. Read a book recommended by one of the hosts, and Gabby Reads talks about The Turn of the Key a lot. And also, I think it is a haunted house. I'm not really sure what it's about, actually. But I don't really think any of these books have a scary cover. I'm not going to be reading a book in the dark. And I don't think any of them have supernatural thingies, but I could be surprised. So yeah, today the agenda is I have to actually finish a book that I'm almost done with before I start anything new. And then I'm doing laundry right now. And I have to go grocery shopping, and then I have work later today. So, yeah, hope y'all enjoy this reading vlog. Hi, it's Monday night, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of a reading update. I spent today, so I finished a book before I started any of the ones for summerween, because I didn't just want to leave it unfinished or whatever. And then I got about 100 pages into Gone Girl, so I'm right there. I'm liking it, but the thing I loved about Sharp Objects was the characters and how I connected to the characters and how well they were written, and I loved them. And these characters are not likable, like either of them. And they also, like, I didn't realize it was dual perspective, and it like threw me off a little bit. I don't care about men. I don't want to read from a men's perspective. So, and then I also got about an hour into The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. And that book is very long. I don't know, like audio, I think it's like 12 hours. So I normally listen to audiobooks just at one time speed. I know a lot of people listen to them faster, but I just have never really done that. But I think I'm gonna have to if I want to finish it this week. But I'm really liking it so far. I haven't gotten like that much in. But the narrator is really good, so that's exciting. Yeah, that's what I've read today. I did laundry, I went grocery shopping, and I went to work. But that's it. See you tomorrow. Pumpkin cream cold brew is back, and it's my birthday, so I got this drink for free. A little birthday, perfect little gift, okay? Hi, I am in my car outside of where I work, waiting until I got in because I always get here early, but I wanted to give you a reading update. I think I'm on 66% of the way in to Gone Girl, and it's definitely picked up a little bit. I kind of understand what she's doing with the characters, I guess, and I realized, well, actually, I'm kind of confused. Like, are we supposed to like Amy, the version of Amy that's in the beginning of the book, or are we supposed to not like that version? Because I didn't like her. I thought she was kind of bad. Not that I like the other version either, but also I think maybe I'm about 20% of the way into the Ruth Ware book, Turn of the Key, now that I'm doing on audio. I know that's loud. And it's pretty good. Nothing like thrilling has really happened except for her finding a note or something. But I like her as a character. Like, she seems very likable. Yeah, I did start listening to it on 1.5 speed, and maybe I'll work my way up to 2 times speed. I just, like, I don't know, my brain can't comprehend super quick stuff. But yeah, I just read a bunch this morning. It's my birthday. I'm now 24. And I got my birthday drink because Starbucks has pumpkin back, and so that was very exciting. And I made avocado toast, then I ate a little snack before coming to work, but I closed tonight, so I'll be here until 10:30. And yeah, I'm probably just gonna go to work and then go home and eat and probably watch a little show with my brother, and then read a little bit and then go to bed. But I have tomorrow and Thursday off, so I'll get to do a lot of reading. I think that we're gonna go to IKEA. I'm gonna cook tomorrow, and I'll just, have a little day off. Nightly reading update. I haven't read any more of Gone Girl, but I listened to more of The Turn of the Key on the way home, and I got to the first actually, like, kind of creepy thing that happened. And it would have me going, ooh! So, I am really excited to see where that book goes. Yeah, that's it. I came home from work and ate and watched half of a movie, or more than half of a movie with my brother. And that's it, just a little fun little night at home. I am 24 now, which is, crazy. And it's 1 a.m. and I'm probably gonna watch a couple YouTube videos and go to sleep. Good night. Finished Gone Girl. I think one of my favorite things about Gillian Flynn's books is that the ending is always ambiguous. Like, it's like, he shouldn't have said that, or like the way that Sharp Objects ends, like, you're not really sure what happened. That being said, I didn't like this book as much as Sharp Objects. I know that we probably weren't supposed to like either of the characters too much, but what I loved about Sharp Objects is we loved Camille. Like, we were rooting for her, and I was not rooting for either of these characters. And that may be an unpopular opinion. Maybe people love Amy Dunn. I think she's a strong woman, but she's crazy. And I did like this better than a lot of the thrillers that I read that have like unreliable narrators that are like under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Like, Amy's an unreliable narrator, and so is Nick, but just because you don't know if you can trust them, and I like that. I think that's good. So yeah, I finished my first book of this readathon. It's almost 5 p.m. on Wednesday, but I did it. So I also purchased, I'm thinking of ending things today when I went to Target. So I might try to squeeze that in this week. Maybe not. It depends. So yeah, Gone Girl, down. I watched Gone Girl, and for the first time. I've actually never seen it. The only scene I've seen is the throat thing, out of context somewhere else. And I think that I liked the movie better than the book. You get a little less character, like, insight into their heads, but I don't know. It felt a little bit better than reading the book. But my brother did point out that it was a little bit slow. He kept, like, asking questions right before the answer would be revealed or whatever. I've also read about 50 pages of The Night Swim, the second book, physical book that I'm reading this week for the readathon. And it's been pretty interesting. It follows a true crime podcaster, and she's like doing the 3rd season of her podcast, and she's following, instead of like a murder trials or cold cases, she's following a rape trial that's happening right now. And in the small town, there's another, so it has her perspective, and then it has episodes of her podcast. There's also a 3rd perspective, of a girl who, her older sister died when they were kids. And so she, like, is trying to get help from the podcaster, which is, like, kind of interesting. And she's kind of, I don't know, creepy, stalkery type vibes. in the beginning, so I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm probably going to read a little bit more of it tonight. But yeah, that's my reading day, what I read today. I finished a book, the first book of this readathon. I also read I listened to a little bit more of The Turn of the Key, but not enough to give any updates about. So, yeah, that's the end of Wednesday. Checking in for the night, and this is the only talking update you guys get today because I did nothing, but I finished the night swim. I finished it. It's done. I finished my second book of the readathon. How great. Now I just have to finish The Turn of the Key, and I'll have finished my original TBR for this week. But I also I'm thinking of ending things, which I'm really excited to start, so I might jump into that tomorrow. But I do have work tomorrow night and in the afternoon on Saturday. But I think this readathon is successful because I finished 2 books. This was, like, good. It's a solid 3-star read, but I think the execution could have been done a little bit better. Like, I liked the reveals and the plot twists that happened, but they weren't, like, super effectively written. Like, what happened was good, but I feel like it could have been a little bit more suspenseful, just a little bit better. It's a solid book. It was kind of hard to connect to the characters that weren't Rachel. And I've seen some criticism that said that people couldn't, didn't care about the Hannah chapters and what happened to Jenny. But I found those super intriguing and super, like, suspenseful. I thought Hannah's voice was a little creepy, which was good. But I didn't feel like I connected to any of the minor characters, and, like, I don't know. Everybody but Rachel was kept at kind of arm's length. Her producer, her, like, anybody else she interacted with. I liked the courtroom drama aspect of it. Like, I do be loving a good courtroom drama always. So, like, the trial parts of it were good. I liked the podcast excerpts. Like, I liked that we got to see the podcast. So yeah, I rated this book 3 stars, and I don't think I told y'all that I rated Gone Girl 4 stars. But that's what I did today. Was I finished the night swim and I watched Quantico with my little brother. So that's about it. Not like super exciting day. Which my days aren't very exciting anyway, so this is a real look into my life over here. But yeah, second book down. Now I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. Here we are in my car again. So I started I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and I got like 70 pages in, and it's so good. Like, the girlfriend, like, that's narrating is creepy, but there are a lot of like insights that I'm like underlining. I also have listened to more of The Turn of the Key, and I have never read a book with creepy children, and I think I like it. I also, well, that's it. I guess I just have, so the main character in that keeps like being wishy-washy about how she feels about the groundskeeper. Like, if she's attracted to him, or if she thinks that he's doing the stuff that she thinks is creepy. Also, I don't know if I've talked about what that book is about, but basically it's a nanny who has been accused of murdering one of the girls kids she nannies. And so she's writing a letter to the lawyer she wants to try to convince them that, 1, she didn't do it, and 2, to like represent her and help her in court. And the thing is, first of all, the children are creepy. And second of all, they like lived in a smart house. And things keep happening with the smart house. Also, it's kind of haunted, so I think there might actually be some paranormal stuff, so that this book can count for a lot of the prompts. The recommendation prompt, the haunted house prompt, the paranormal prompt, or supernatural prompt, or whatever. So I'm completing this stuff. But also, I like am really enjoying it, but she's a little wishy-washy, and like she also keeps alluding to like lying on her CV and like putting on a facade, and I'm like, what did you do that made them think that you murdered the kid? I just want to know, you know? But I'm definitely liking this one, I think, more than I liked the night swim. Also, I am loving I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I think it's really good, and I can't wait to read more of it. But now I have to go to work, so I don't know if I'm gonna read more today, so this might be the only update you get, but I'll let you know. This lighting sucks, but I just wanted to say that last night I was listening to The Turn of the Key on my drive home, and I had to stop. It got so creepy, and made me so freaked out. Also, I'm about to go to work, and I started my period, so I don't feel good. I just got home from leaving my little brother with my dad, and we switched cars back. And I have to put laundry in so I have something to wear to work tomorrow. I have to clean my apartment because 18-year-old boys living in your apartment does not equal keeping it as clean as you normally do. I have to take a shower, And then I will sit down and finish. I'm thinking of ending things. I'm on page 89 out of like 219 or something. And so 210. So I can finish this, knock it out today. But I finished The Turn of the Key. And it was so good. I think so far it's my favorite that I've read this week. The twist at the end blew my mind. The narrator was so good at like doing voices and letting you know who was talking. And like it just had a bunch of unexpected twists and turns that I was really pleased with. I am very glad that I read it. And with that, I completed the haunted house prompt, the recommendation prompt. I think with this, I'll complete creepy cover because I think that this cover is very creepy. So that's 3 prompts. And I don't know if The Turn of the Key completes the what's the other prompt? The supernatural / paranormal prompt. Like it does have those vibes, but I don't know. If you read it, you know why it might not. But if you haven't, I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. And I was like kind of wary going into it because everybody on BookTube talks about Lock Every Door by Riley Sager and The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. And I was not impressed with Lock Every Door. I thought that was like just okay, not like that great. But so I was like wary going into Turn of the Key because I was like, what if this one is just overrated too? But was not overrated. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so that's an update. I'll check in with you as I'm reading. I'm thinking of ending things. But first I have some, housework to do. So happy Sunday. Hello, it's been a few hours. I'm clean, my apartment's clean, my clothes are clean. But most importantly, I finished this book. Holy shit. It's just like, what? I don't even know how to give this book a synopsis. This is crazy. This is crazy, and it's so good, and I really liked it. If you can't tell, I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. It's what I want in a thriller, I think. It kept me guessing. It was so creepy the entire time. Wow. Ending this readathon on a high note. I guess I'm not gonna do another update because I'm not gonna read anymore because it's Sunday, it's the last day of the readathon, and I really need to edit this video. So I guess I should recap. So the first, you're sitting on the books that I read, but the first book that I read this week was Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it, but I didn't like it as much as Sharp Objects, which is the first Gillian Flynn. Is it Gillian or Gillian? I'm not sure. It's probably Gillian. It's the first book by her that I read with Sharp Objects, and I liked it so much and I loved it a lot. And I did not love Gone Girl as much, but I did think it was good. I also watched that movie this week. And then I read The Night Swim by Megan Golden, which I gave 3 stars. It was just okay. It wasn't bad at all, but it was just, a book that I read. It was a thriller. But it was interesting because it wasn't a thriller about death or murder. It was a thriller about rape, so, and I guess death. There was death, but the main plot line, I think, is about rape and rape trials and how we, those kinds of things. And then this entire week I was listening to The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, which I finished today, and I gave 4 stars. It was really good, very compelling, very thrilling, a good book. You can find your own synopsis. And then I read I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Wow. 5 stars. So that was my week. I also hung out with my little brother and watched a season of Quantico. Started Ted Lasso on Apple TV. We'll never probably finish it because I don't have Apple TV. I went to IKEA and I worked a lot. That was what I did this week. And I read a bunch. I turned 24. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed.